Hello, 5th and 6th graders. Today is your music lesson with Miss Basil, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be using our iPads for our GarageBand, so make sure you have those ready. So we're doing our haiku project this week, and we're going to be starting to write and brainstorm our ideas. So first off, what is a haiku? Our haiku, remember, is a Japanese style poem that is adapted for English. So what that means is we have 3 lines of our poem that we're going to be using in our project. The first line of our poem has to have 5 syllables. So what that means is if my easy way to count how many syllables something has is to speak it. So if I'm thinking, if I want to use the word happily, I'm going to count how many times my chin goes down when I say it. Ha-ba-ly. So that's 3 syllables. So I know if I wanted to use that, I could only use it once with a word that has 2 more syllables or 1 syllable words. And then our second line is 7 syllables. And then our last line is 5 syllables. So remember, our haiku is 5, 7, 5. Let's keep going. So for our topic, your topic can be anything that you want it to be. I have some on the screen that you can see. There's space / ocean maybe, family and friends, seasons, nature, dreams, food, vacation, animals. So there's lots of different things we could use. We're going to pick a topic right now because we're going to write a haiku together. So let's go ahead and pick a topic. And you can, of course, brainstorm these ideas as we continue, especially in your assignment that you have attached to the Google Classroom link in our music for this week, in our Franklin Specials Google Classroom. So for my topic, I'm going to pick animals. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in there, and I'm going to keep going. And I have to think of a line that has 5 syllables. So because I want it to be a little bit more specific, if I come down from animals, I might go back to my brainstorming area and think, maybe I want there to be dogs in my haiku, because dogs are my favorite animal. So maybe after I get dogs, maybe I'm thinking about how happy they are, maybe how kind they are, how much fun they are. So I have all of my topic kind of brainstorm ideas in this slide. So when I go down to my first line, let's think I need 5 syllables. I want to talk about my dogs, Olive and Rizzo. So Olive is 2 syllables. Remember how we check Olive, so 2 syllables. And then my dog Rizzo is also 2 syllables. So I need to make sure that I don't put it in this line because I couldn't only use Rizzo and Olive and then I'd have 1 more syllable left. So I wouldn't really know what to do. So I think I'm going to put my dogs are the best. Because I really do think they are the best. But you might have some cute puppies at home too. So if I think about it, let me count how many times my chin goes down every time I go through my syllables. So my, 1 syllable, dogs, down 1, are the best. So I know I have 5 syllables there, so I know that's a good one. Okay, so now is the time I'm going to use their name. So I have 7 syllables to fill. So I know Rizzo and Olive are each 2 syllables. So if I'm thinking that I want to use those, I'm going to put my dogs are Rizzo. No, I can't do that. How about I put my dogs Rizzo and Olive. So I'm going to put my dogs, comma, Rizzo and Olive. So my first line, remember, is I have my topics and my first line disappeared. So let's just go back and remember I had for my first line, my dogs are the best. So that is my first and second line. So let me put another space in between those. So I have my first line, my dogs are the best, 5 syllables. And my second line is my dogs, Rizzo and Olive. So that's 7. So if I go down to my last line, if I finish out this poem, I'm going to think about things that my dogs are like. So I also like to use similes in a haiku because similes mean that it's in comparison. So I'm comparing how my dogs are. So I'm going to put, they are kind and fun, because I do think my dogs are kind and fun because they love to be outside, they love to have fun with me, they love to be nice, and I have lots of kids around me all the time, so they're super kind and always are helpful around them. So if I have my dogs are kind and fun, oh no, that's 6. So I have 6 syllables, so I need to get rid of something. So I'm going to go ahead and get it rid of and are kind. So I'm going to put my dogs are fun. And there's something I can always do called an exclamation. So it's a fun word. So I'm going to put my dogs are fun. Yay. So yay is only 1. So I'm going to put yay. But I'm going to make sure to put a comma because I want that fun word to pop out. So next, I'm going to go ahead and write down my full haiku. So it says, my dogs are the best. Then my next line, my dogs, Rizzo and Olive. So let's put another space in between so we can see. So my first line, my second line, the first line is how many syllables? 5. The second line is how many syllables? 7. And so my last line, which is my, let's go back. My dogs are fun, yay. So I have my first line, my dogs are the best. My second line, my dogs, Rizzo and Olive. My dogs are fun, yay. So you don't have to make the same thing of having, I always had my dogs in each of my line, but that was just because I ended up liking it. So you don't have to do that every time. But I want to go ahead and go over some of our GarageBand tips before we get into writing our haikus today. So your main goal for today is to write your haiku, brainstorm ideas, get at least one down. It might not be your final haiku for the project, but I want you to be brainstorming, thinking about how you want your haiku to be set up, because then we can move on to the music. For the music part of this lesson, we are going to go ahead and open a new project by signing in and pressing the plus sign. So this is going to make an entire new song. Of course, you're going to swipe through until you see the audio recorder and tap audio recorder. That is the one that's going to let us pick loops and record our own voice when we speak our haiku. And then after that, we're going to click this button to make this audio panel go away, because we don't need to use this until very after we're done with everything, or unless we need it in, or we just don't need it at all. So we're just going to make that go away. Next, we're going to go up to our loop symbol. So the loop symbol is this pink little circle that has the roller coaster loop, I like to say, and that's where we're going to listen and click on the loops that match best with our haiku and its kind of topic that we have. Next, we're going to pick through some loops, and when you add these loops into your project, you're going to want to tap on them in the loops category and drag them over to your workspace. The workspace is that black area that's right above that audio panel. And then if we need to add a new track, you're going to go ahead and push that plus sign on the left-hand side. And you're going to repeat that process and make sure it sounds good with the ones you already have. So for example, if I'm putting in a nice quiet piano loop and then a very intense hip hop loop beat, it might not sound well together. So you can experiment, drag them over, listen to how they sound together. And if you don't think they sound good, take one away. And if you really want to keep one, you know that is your line you want to keep. So you might have to take away, add some, do some mixing to make sure you have the sounds that you want. So now it's our time to make our own. I want you to go ahead and head over to Google Classroom and find the assignment that says Q4W3, 5th and 6th grade music. make your own haiku, and if you have time in music class, I want you to explore GarageBand to find loops to match your haiku. So you might have a topic, so you could look under genres in your loops to see if any of those match to your topic. You might have a specific instrument in mind. Maybe you're writing about an instrument, so maybe you'd want to go ahead and pick that instrument for your loops. Make sure you favorite them so you can save them if you're not dragging them over into a project. So you might have ideas about your haiku. Maybe you're not so sure if you want that exactly for your project. So you're going to go ahead and favorite them. That way you don't lose them. So that is all the time we have left for music class today, everyone. Make sure you're going over to Q4W3 5th and 6th grade music on our Google Classroom page. Either it's the Franklin Specials or the 6th grade music Google Classroom page. I will see you all later. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye, everyone.